Miami, 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 Miami. It feels like Miami.
Welcome to Miami Heat Beat Podcast. I'm your host, PostGame Show. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas. Playoff edition. With me on this wonderful Easter Sunday, we have Alphonse Sidney.
Fuck the draft.
I like your subtext. Hi, Jerome is white.
Yeah, apparently that guy's white.
Yeah,
No,
I feel like we had this discussion last time we played the Cavs too.
It surprised me every time. I just have a public service announcement for anybody on Twitter tweeting at me about, we gave up a draft pick for this. You're getting blocked. You're getting blocked. Like, shut the fuck up with that pussy shit. We're in the playoffs now. It's game one. First of all, we were never beating the Cavs. It was never about beating the Cavs, okay? They're not going to beat the Cavs, but it's game one. Man the fuck up. What is wrong with, we gave up a lottery pick for that. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. It's over. Move the fuck on.
thank you. And that goes to you, Moose. We have Coach Lou.
Fucking hell, man.
What up, man?
And we got Franky
Heat
G
and 5.
producing. Look at that. Heat and 5. We got the guts. Franky.
What up?
These fuckers are still doing gore recounts. It's over. Move on.
Shout out to Al Gore.
We could have had a top 10 pick.
I gotta be honest with you. Should be different if Al Gore was president. I mean, we wouldn't even be here right now. Society would be so different. Imagine a world without 9/11.
I wouldn't drink this much.
Speaking of Terry Rozier,
Speaking of 9/11, I mean that fourth quarter. Woof. I don't even know where to start, guys. I mean, let's take a big look tactically at what we had today. Cleveland with a historic offense. I thought Miami did a pretty okay job. I think that there were places where they could improve, but I think ultimately before that fourth quarter eruption, I thought the game was winnable for the Heat, barring a few adjustments. Guys, let's start at the top, and then we work our way kind of down the game. That starting lineup, they started Burks again. That's what they've been doing. Alf, I don't know how much longer that's viable.
Listen.
I thought he just got cardio in today. I don't know what the fuck he was doing out there. He does nothing on offense, barely even handles the ball. I just don't know how much longer they can keep.
It's the Spo thing. You ride with the guys that got you to overtime. Like, you ride with the guys who won the last two games, right? That starting lineup won the last two games. So, of course, they have to play. It has to be the same starting lineup. So he goes in against a really, really dynamic backcourt with two guys who can't defend. Like, I don't care what anybody says about Alec Burks. He cannot play defense. And honestly, if he's not hitting, at a immense clip from three, bro, he's unplayable. And we're at this point right now, if we're gonna be in the playoffs and we're gonna try to take something out of this, they're not gonna win this series, right? If they do, fantastic, but they're not gonna win this series. What they need to get out of this series is a blueprint for the future, or find out what they have from certain guys.
Yep.
Alec Burks ain't the future. Slow-mo ain't the future. It's driving me nuts. So hopefully, because there's this whole listen, when I play blackjack, when I bet a certain amount, I keep betting that amount until I lose. Okay, Bo, you lost a fucking hand. Get Burks the fuck out of my starting lineup. Either bring in Davion Mitchell, or even better yet, get big as fuck because you're getting killed on the boards. Bring in Jovic, and let's fucking do something different. Put Wiggins at the 2. Put him on Garland or fucking Donovan to start. Alec Burks out there is doing fucking nothing for you. And honestly, I thought they still had a chance to win this game.
I thought so too.
Listen, Ty Jerome does that. What the fuck are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do? Listen, they are the better team, and if one of their bench guys goes fucking nuts like that, you're gonna lose the game. Plain and simple. I don't think Alec Burks lost you this game, but I just don't see the vision in starting Alec Burks. I'm glad they put Kyle Anderson on the fucking bench for the entire second half. Enough of that fucking experiment. It was cute. but you are not a serious team if you're playing fucking Kyle Anderson big minutes in a playoff series. But yeah, listen, it's one game. It is what it is. But I do think the adjustments going forward, and not just for the winning of the series, for the future of the franchise, you play listen, every Anderson and Burks minute should be replaced by Jovic and Pella. That's it. Win or lose. There's nothing to be gained from fucking trying hard with Slow-Mo and Burks. I gotta plug my laptop in.
Lou, I 100% agree.
Talk
with
amongst
Alf.
yourselves.
I 100% agree with what Alf's saying. I've said this before. Sorry, there's so much going on, but there's a secret outlet behind the Dwayne Wade poster. That's so funny. I'm sorry. Lou, so distracted. Lou, so man, this discombobulated me like a Heat offense in that fourth quarter. Lou, I think one of the main reasons they start Burks is because they really fear their ball handling on the back end of the bench, especially when Tyler comes out of the game. I got to think that we're in the playoffs right now, and that just can't matter. And if guys have to play 40 minutes a night, then guys have to play 40 minutes a night. I don't think anyone thinks this team is going to go on a deep run into the playoffs. I don't really know what you're saving guys for. I think that Burke has to kind of leave the rotation, and you start Mitchell. Robinson does a little ball handling for you. Tyler plays more minutes. Bam plays more minutes. Jovic played in garbage time. He's good enough clearly to be on the floor. Try to get him in on game speed. See how that goes. And I don't really know what else to tell you. That to me is the solution here. They need to get more defense on the floor, Lou. I think that Davion coming in the starting lineup makes a lot of sense. Even though Mitchell absolutely fried him. We can get into that later, but I think for sure that has to be the first adjustment that they make.
Yeah, Davion needs stop this. We're gonna, I get the argument, I guess, kind of for not starting Davion is because you want defense off the bench, and if you start him, then who are you going to bring off the bench for defense? I guess, and that you trust. But I don't give a shit. That's what I'm saying. I feel more comfortable starting Davion and letting Pella come off the bench than starting Burks, because Burks guarded Strus and he did nothing to Strus. Strus got hot too to start the game. Yep. And Tyler on Darius Garland, my fucking goodness, that man, he was literally eating every shot he took. It was going in. And then here comes off the bench when they're running two guards. Davion takes the better guard, and then Tyler has to guard who? Ty Jerome. Fucking Ty. We gave up 85 points to their guards today. 85 points to their guard.
Why is Hero not guarding Strus? I don't understand.
Because Burks has to guard
because
him.
Burks is on the floor.
Take that guy off the floor.
My point is the following. Who is the Heat's second best guard defender? Because we know Davion is one. Who the fuck is two?
Pella.
Is it not Pella fucking Larson? Then play him. We had zero solution, nor did we try to fix schematically on the floor today. I'm talking directly to Tyler Hero and to Eric Spoelstra. Why the fuck are we giving up switches with 7 seconds at half court and Tyler isn't hedging? Why? On Ty fucking Jerome, he had Evan Mobley as his outlet pass on this is in third, fourth quarter at half court, and Tyler is giving up the switch. And he can't contain for 4 seconds. He has to foul. It's ridiculous, and I'm fucking tired of it. Because this motherfucker, every time when we ask him to do something outside of offense, he struggles. And in the playoffs, that can't happen if you're planning to pay this man eventually. That's
on the coaching staff, Lou. You know what he is.
He has to hedge with 7 seconds. Suppose not telling him to hedge with 7 seconds at half court. I'm sorry, man. It happened more than 2 times. They're giving up the switch too fucking easily.
For sure.
The few times that he hedged, he didn't even return on the shooter. So Sam Merrill got an open look. So Ty Jerome got an open look. So Max Strus got an open look. Tyler Hero switched out to Darius Garland and let him blow by him twice on fucking peel switches because he didn't want to fucking try on that end. And it's fucking sickening. And yet we blame Bam for 82 games, but goddamn it, you better have no fucking complaints about Bam besides the three-pointer wasn't falling. because that man
He was
was
awesome.
out there trying to plug 17 holes, and the ship had 47.
Bam was
It was
awesome.
sad. It was
Well,
sad, man. Tyler should be
well,
fucking ashamed today. I'm sorry. I'm fucking livid.
What happened to the rant music?
Chat
I don't
gave
know.
you was trying to give you their own rap.
Yeah, like what
music.
happened? Did we just
It's
not
that,
do
it's
that
that
anymore?
brass gets mad when we use hangover time stuff when it's not hangover time.
Brass don't even watch the show anymore.
I know, but I just don't like. I don't like getting brass mad,
Who
and I'm
the
hanging
fuck
out with
did
brass
it?
in like a week, so I don't want to. I don't
Oh,
want to
big
rock the boat.
flex.
Yeah, I don't want. Yeah,
Brass would be fucking proud.
He's scared of his step.
I am
My
scared of
God.
brass. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen, no, I'm gonna let Frankie go first. I just,
I think Lou's a little hard on Tyler, but I think that
he's
makes good points.
right.
I think he makes good points.
Schematically,
I think he makes good points.
he's right. But at some point, every team in the league has a guy. Even a Donovan Mitchell is not a great defender. They scheme in a way to make sure that he's not exposed. We're not doing that, Frankie. Like we give, like we said last game, they give up that switch like it's nothing.
Yeah, I honestly don't know who to blame there because I don't know if that's Tyler doing that or if that's Spo coaching that. I don't know what that is. But I think from the beginning we talked about this in the chat. Like Burks starting was problematic from the get-go. Like you don't want Burks guarding Garland or Mitchell, so it leaves him on Strus. But you don't want Tyler doing that. It let them get pressure points all fucking game, and you never adjusted from that with the starting lineup. They didn't make runs, but I thought that was more of the Heat hitting a lot of tough jumpers that's not really sustainable. I think this is Spo coaching way too safe, man. Yeah. And like a lot of times, like Spo does that, like trusting his veterans and stuff, like before he goes to the young guys. I thought Ware was awful today.
Yeah, no, I mean, all the energy that Lou had for Tyler, I have for Ware.
But it's things like that like those are variables that like you need some variance in this, and like I trust Ware to have a bigger game than Burks. Like Ware was awful and he had 4 less points than Burks, and like he just has way more upside there. Trusting like a Jovic, like with the playmaking, like he doesn't want to start Davian because he doesn't have a ball handler. These guys are playing 40 fucking minutes in the playoffs.
I agree with you, Frankie.
You could stagger this real easily. You only trust three guys off the bench anyways. Like I don't think that's a fair excuse.
100% agree.
I 100%. And by the way, and tips like Ware was rookie tonight. I agree. I don't know how many times he fucking bit on a pump fake.
Yeah,
bro. I was texting with Alex from 5 on the Floor, and Alex told me he's jumping for joy. Like that's what he was doing, bro. Every time on every fake, I thought he was nowhere on defense so often.
Yeah,
and the fact that I thought Miami's most viable lineups were with Highsmith at the 4. It was that Bam, Highsmith, Wiggins front court. That shouldn't be viable against a big Cleveland team. But Ware was so fucking nasty that was the only way they could survive.
I mean, I thought Ware had like a good first quarter. I mean, he had 2 or 3 blocks in the first quarter.
Alf, I thought those blocks were all Davion Mitchell. Like I know both of those times.
But listen, here you go. Part of the problem is the fact that we can't contain. So now you have a rookie trying to make a lot of decisions. Even Bam looked bad at certain points of that first quarter because he was leaving Mobley wide open from 3. Why?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. The Bam thing in the first quarter, Cleveland took him out the game, and that's another reason why I like the small lineup. Because when Bam's on Mobley, he was trying to help because they were getting fried. And he left Mobley. And then he's like, I can't leave Mobley. So when he can't leave Mobley, now you have Hero and Ware in the pick and roll. And that's when Cleveland was just getting Garland was getting whatever they wanted.
Here's my thing. Like these guys, because you literally start the game with no point of attack defense.
None.
In a situation where you have 2 guys on the bench, 3 actually, if you count Pella, Haywood, and Davion Mitchell. All your defense is on the bench because you have to start Alec Burks. Alec motherfucking Burks, the fucking journeyman. Like this motherfucker. Are you kidding me right now? Like we have to start Alec Burks. Like Alec Burks got to get his run. You have three really good wing defenders on your bench because you need Alec Burks' shooting? They don't even respect him from three. If you're going to do that, start Duncan, because they panic when Duncan has the ball. Nobody gives a fucking shit when Alec Burks gets the ball, because you know why? They've watched this motherfucker for 28 goddamn years be a goddamn journeyman. Nobody fucking reacts to Alec Burks with the ball. Like, he does nothing for you. He can't defend. He can't defend shit. And so now everyone's like, Ware played like shit. Bam is dropping on Evan Mobley. Why? Because he's fucking terrified of Garland and fucking Mitchell getting to the rack. Why?
Yeah.
Because we're not playing our fucking we just left our best defenders on the bench, and now you're playing from behind the whole goddamn game. And guess what you can't do as a team who is not a good scoring team? You can't play from behind the entire goddamn game. And then what did we do? Duncan had a couple bad, stupid turnovers. I mean, they were fucking bad. They were fucking horrible.
The one in the corner was, but the other one's whatever.
But
The one in the corner, he just threw that shit.
Ty
They were both
Jerome
horrible.
Ty Jerome hit his arm, but Ty Jerome is a fucking superstar in this league, and he will never get that call. But that's not the point. He waited way too long to even pass the ball. But you decided the only motherfucker that ever gets punished for making bad decisions. Wiggins can dribble the ball off his dick half the fucking game, right? But Duncan Robinson makes a fucking mistake. He's out of the game. You need shooting badly, right?
He was the only player that was not a negative in plus minus.
At the end of the second quarter, you're down, I think it was 14 points. You needed to make a run to cut it to single digits to go into the second half. Duncan comes in, boom. You go into the half down 8. End the third quarter. Duncan comes in, you're down 13, boom, you go into the fourth down 8. Duncan's getting fucking punished. Alec Burks is getting starts. Like, we're back to this dumb shit again. And, like, listen, I think Spo has, like, I'm not going to super complain about Spo's rotations because for the most part, he's tightened that shit up. But, like, listen, miss me, get the fuck out of my face with Burks and slow-mo. Let me lose with Pella and Jovic.
Right.
100%.
Right. That's the whole point. Like,
man.
you want them to get that experience. Like,
And
this is
even
why
with
they're
Ware,
here.
too, it doesn't matter.
But
No,
like,
the whole Ware thing, let Ware take his lumps.
yeah. No, I agree. I just real quick, Lou. I just want to talk because the Burks thing. He only brings shooting. He doesn't bring defense or ball handling. So it makes Tyler be on ball the more, and they deny him. So he's getting off the ball. And there's not really any good outlets because Wiggins isn't a great spacer either. Burks, they know he's only going to punish you from deep. So all they got to do is hug tight, and he's not going to back cut you and open. He's not going to be a movement shooter like Duncan, where it's like chaos. Where the fuck is Alec Burks? No defense has ever thought that. So it limits you so much fucking offensively. So it doesn't like there's no benefit to it against this team. They have too many guards. That even like you said, Mitchell's not the greatest defender. He will guard his yard, and he is strong. So you could put him on Wiggins. He gets low. He gets deflection. He makes it really hard for Wiggins to attack that. This isn't like Wiggins is not Jimmy Butler, where he's just gonna punish a small guy and create chaos. They're gonna go, okay, Wiggins, go one-on-one. Beat us like that. And he's not going to do that 9 times out of 10.
Yeah. And just to add on to like Franky's point, in regards to like Burks specifically, with Tyler having so much ball handling duties to begin with, like if you need a secondary ball handler, you know, obviously Davion is more of a primary, but whatever, that could be an option. You need a secondary Jovic, that could be an option, even though I think that's far-fetched. But even Pella Larson,
Jovic,
like somebody who can move without the ball, who can attract attention and who can defend, that's kind of what you need. You just need somebody to not get in the way and be impactful on the other side of the floor.
And what does Pella do really well?
Move without the basketball.
Thank you, bro.
He's one of the best movers. He cuts very well without the basketball, and he's strong. Like, ultimately, all these weak-ass fucking screens that the other team is setting, like, if he's going to get foul calls, the game's supposed to be more physical in the playoffs, let him fucking get run. Why? Like, if you gave Kyle Anderson that short of a leash and you only gave him 6 minutes, why was it not Jovic? That's my question. Why was it not Jovic? And in regards to, like, this whole Kel'el Ware thing, I didn't think he was that bad today. I didn't think he was good.
I
You're
didn't think so
insane.
either.
But I
You're
just think
insane.
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't think so.
I just
thought-
don't think it's his fault if he's getting put in weak side pick and rolls, and he legitimately has to guard Darius Garland because Tyler Hero is still at the 3-point line, and Darius Garland's the fucking restricted area.
He
This
was-
is going to look bad.
Where-
God damn it, Bam would look
No, but
bad in
it's-
that
it's
situation.
not-
And Bam
Hold on.
did, and Bam did look bad in a couple
I'm
of those
just saying,
situations.
you got to
'cause you-
help him.
You get put on 2-on-1 enough times, like you're gonna make mistakes.
I'm
Doesn't matter
not
who you are.
blaming him for that. I mean, he's just not generally he's a very like whatever pick and roll defender as a draw man. That's not what I'm complaining
He's a
about.
bad defender in
No,
pick
no,
and
no.
roll,
Hold
so
on.
then you accentuate him
there
by
were
putting Tyler.
so many times that does not know where the fuck he is when it wasn't just a pick
Okay, and
and
he's
roll.
a rookie.
I'm
and
so
that's
sorry.
fine. Like, listen,
No, for sure, but he's a rookie. Like
Gee,
I said,
that's
he's a
fine,
rookie.
yeah,
Gee,
but
that's happened since Indiana. That's happened all year. His pick and roll drop defense has been bad all year. If you're the Miami Heat and you know that, and you're asking him to play pick and roll and his point of attack defender to get around screens
I
is
agree.
fucking Tyler Hero, then you're doing him a disservice.
But I agree, but that's like my whole thing, kind of going back to the start, is when you have Mitchell on one of the guards and you put Wiggins on the other, you put Tyler on Strus, and you have Bam as the center without Ware. What happens is if you're gonna put Tyler in the action, that means Strus is screening, right? And because Bam is on Jared Allen, because now we're playing with Highsmith at the 4, now you have to put Strus as a screener in the pick and roll for one of those ball handlers. Jared Allen has to be in the dunker spot. Now Bam has like real estate to roam and to help, which that simplifies your defense. If you're Miami and you're just like, all right, Tyler, you're gonna guard Garland, and then Davion Mitchell, whenever he's in the game, you're gonna guard Donovan Mitchell. That's not doing you anything. So I really think that they have to relook at their defense and be like, okay, Cleveland, if you want to put Hero in an action, we got to make you pay. Like we cannot, and like we've talked about, you're either giving the switch too easy. You got to do it like that, where, okay, Jared Allen, you be in the dunker spot. Bam's going to come help. And we at least give Hero a chance to survive, because for as much as we're upset with Tyler and everything, they need his offense. They literally, I think
Tiff in the
they
chat
don't need whatever Ware gives them offensively. They don't need, and his defense has just not been great. They weren't killed on the boards.
Tiff in the chat makes a good point. I think we keep talking about the defense offensively.
No, the offense was fine. They scored 100.
I thought
They had
the
a
offense was fine.
They scored
I'm
115. 115 offensive rating today. That's fine.
They scored 100 points in a playoff game, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
They had
the offense was fine. It wasn't
they had
fucking
115 offensive rating because the pace was to Miami. I mean,
shut up with the rating. They didn't fucking score. They scored 100 points.
Yeah, but Alf,
You know what the rating is? 0-1.
Yeah. No.
I mean, look,
Cleveland had a
Well, here's what I'm gonna.
140
Listen. If you think you're gonna drag Cleveland into the mud like you did to fucking Atlanta and fucking Chicago, it's not gonna fucking happen.
But you cannot score with Cleveland.
No, but you have to score.
You have to. They scored enough.
You have to score.
They scored
game
100
have to
points. They
be-
did not score enough.
guys, what are we doing? I thought the offense was like
offense was
outside of
fine.
turnovers. Outside of turnovers, the offense was fine.
The
Like-
offense was fine.
Hold on, I'm looking at the box score.
The offense was fine.
Offense was fine.
They shot
Offense was
41% from three.
for the whole game.
They shot 41% from three. They shot 48% from the field. What do you want?
100 points.
More than 100
Like-
points.
Like,
Yeah, I
in
want more than
terms-
100 points.
Okay, but that's a pace thing. Like that, and
In
the
terms of-
turnovers as we're talking
No,
about.
the fucking Cleveland had this exact same number of possessions as Miami.
Yeah, Cleveland's a lot
But
better
that's
on
the
offense.
defense.
Yeah, that's
But-
the defense.
But we were in the 52nd percentile in points per possession.
That's a fucking
That's who they
blast
are.
for the season.
That's who they are.
Yeah, they're a bad offense.
They shot. They shot.
But they have to-
52
they have to play
percentile is
better on
above
offense,
average, and we're
So,
complaining.
but here's my.
The turnovers.
You're not going to win
They didn't turn the
197
ball over.
this series.
They didn't turn the ball over as much in the second half, but like
My
turnovers, they
point
were-
is this: you need more dynamic offensive players, because what they're fucking doing is they're
agree
keying
with
in on
that.
Tyler Hero and making his life hell. And every time we put out like this, to me, this is why Jovic makes so much fucking sense. like Alf hold his phone up to his face like my 70, bro. I like listen. I do have progressive lenses. Them shits don't be working that fucking good. Listen, I'm old. What the fuck you guys want from me? What do you think? I'm one of these young whippersnappers like Lou? Look at Lou. He's living in a garage. Like, come on. I've been around the fucking block. Anyway, no, like, and listen, to my like the offense and the defense are both bad, but I do think offensively, a guy like Jovic gives you so many more fucking options. Like he does so much more for you. Like I do believe that. I think Pella will help you defensively. I just think there's things that they can go to. And honestly, like I'm gonna sound crazy. I'm encouraged by this game. Like it took a Ty Jerome masterclass. I think they did. I think they actually did a decent job on Donovan Mitchell, considering the fact.
What?
Like I think Donovan Mitchell is a fucking playoff beast. He's a monster. I think they contained Evan Mobley a little bit. Like I think they did some good things.
Yeah, Bam
played
had
both
that
their
front
bigs.
line on lock.
By himself.
But what I'm saying is, I think they have things to build on from tonight. And listen, it's game one.
Yeah.
If they can contain Ty motherfucking Jerome next game, if they can continue to do a decent job on Donovan Mitchell and make everyone else try to beat them, let Donovan go off and contain everybody else, like they have a shot. But what they can't do is score 100 points.
I think one of the positive things offensively tonight on both ends really was Bam, and we kind of alluded to him earlier. I think going forward they're going to need to run a little bit more of the offense through him. I really like what he was getting off the mid range, and they're going to be nice where that doesn't fall. But I think kind of initiating through Bam makes a little bit more sense than doing it through Hero. I thought Cleveland did a really good job on Hero today. I thought they threw a lot of defenders at him. I thought they threw a lot of size at him. I thought they played him very physically, and they did not give him any space for pull-ups. Every three that he hit, it was hand in face. He was like guys all over him. And I thought the help from Jared Allen was really, really good today. He's not Vucevic, as we saw. So whenever Tyler got in the lane, I mean, he stepped up. Hand was straight up. And that was a floater every time for Hero. And it became pretty difficult for him.
That's why you need to play more dynamic offensive guys.
And I think that part of doing that is play a little bit more through Bam. I thought he did really, really good today offensively. And I kind of want that. And I think you kind of see a little bit of that with him and Duncan. I didn't see a ton of Duncan Bam pick and roll. I did see there was a possession where Duncan screened for Bam. Bam did turn it over, but they got a switch. I believe it was Ty Jerome got switched onto him.
It was Davion who got the rip.
Huh?
It was Davion who ended up.
It was Davion, yeah. Huh?
He ended up getting the rip on Bam on that screen that you're saying.
Jerome. Yeah. He turned it over. I don't remember if it was Garland or Mitchell or to Jerome or whoever. Yeah. But Bam got a small and then he turned it over. But I like that. They
needed to lose this
like
game so Spo stops playing Burks in the starting line. Guarantee they change the starting lineup next game.
Why does it always take Spo at loss to like?
It never makes sense.
Because when you're a team as fucking great as this year's Miami Heat team, you can afford to give away a game. Like
spot him one.
Yeah, spot him one. You're the 2025 Miami Heat, baby. Come on,
Alf. Please read this and address this chatter.
Next
Why don't they play Terry? If he plays really good, it would then give us a better chance to trade him. I'm not Mark, Derrico. Like, listen, dude. First of all, there's no chance that fucking Terry Rozier plays really good. There's no chance of that. And honestly, I bet you the league partners called Spo and say, listen, guy, we're happy to have the Miami Heat in the playoffs. But one thing you can fucking do for us is never fucking play Terry Rozier because we need ratings. Because Heat fans would turn off the fucking TV. Heat fans would stop watching games if Terry Rozier plays. Terry Rozier is not going to.
We need to organize a mass protest.
Terry Rozier could score 60 next game, and he's not redeeming himself. He is because the only team that would pay Terry Rozier for scoring 60 is the Miami Heat. And it's too late now. We already got his ass.
Give up another first-round pick.
Nobody else is going to fucking fall for this shit ever again. It's over. Fucking plant him on the bench and then fucking just wait till his fucking contract runs out and let him go play for the fucking Shanghai Sharks. Like, honestly, Kendrick Nunn is giving this motherfucker the blueprint. Go be the fucking Greek MVP, motherfucker.
Cleveland scored at a 142 offensive rating tonight that is the highest allowed by the Heat this season.
Yeah. Again, I think offensively, my issue with them offensively, if you can point it out, like I think it's the turnovers one, and I don't think they really got much at the rim this game because of Cleveland. But like I thought their shot making was fine today. In terms of like I'm pretty sure they shot really.
I
good
don't think
from
their
three
shot
areas.
making is sustainable, but I thought
No,
it was
I don't
fine
think that.
today.
I don't think that's sustainable. I don't think the scheme offensively is sustainable. But I think their performance today was good enough. Just defensively, they could not contain
you're
the
not going
ball.
to beat Cleveland scoring 100 points, guys.
Alf, you're not wrong. But
I
they can
agree
beat-
with
they,
that.
They can
But
beat
they
Cleveland scoring
held the
110.
game to 87 possessions, and they scored 100 points in 87 possessions. That is more than what they averaged this season. Like the problem was in those same 87 possessions, they gave up 121 fucking points to Cleveland because they could not stop them. They just could not. They could not contain the
Hold
ball.
on, Lou.
But you're not gonna like you guys are right that the offense sucks, and
Tiff is right about this.
yeah, but that's what I was gonna say. Like the process is bad. There's too much one-on-one. There's too much. It's too slow. They have to get the shots up. Somebody in the chat said the Heat only put up 31 threes. Like this has to be a 3-point variance series, just like all their series where they win an upset is because they hit a shit ton of threes. There's too much isolation.
And honestly, Frankie, there were too many times a guy had an inch of space and wouldn't fucking let it fly.
They would try to attack.
Right.
Way too many times. Like they're overthinking. Like
Tyler did it like 3 times.
no, it's too. And I mean, Davia, everyone did it. Like Haywood did it. Like all of them did it. Like
Tyler can't shoot 6 threes. Duncan
No,
and Burks
bro,
combined for 6
They need
attempts.
to be at 45 3-point attempts per game.
So
Yeah,
I'll say this:
100%.
Cleveland allows the 7th fewest threes in the league. So part of that is by design, and I thought that they played up on the shooters. But Alf, you're right. I think that when they played so aggressively on the shooters, it created hesitation when they did get open. I think everybody but Duncan had a little bit of that
Duncan
hesitation.
passed up a 1 or 2, but like so to me, I think this is a Duncan series, like where he needs to play a lot of fucking minutes because we saw the way Cleveland reacted to Duncan. They reacted to Duncan like there's nobody else on the Heat. Like I would love if the Heat had another guy better than Duncan that they reacted to this way. They don't. Duncan is the guy. Duncan is the one that they're fucking terrified from 3. They don't have Max Strus anymore. It's just Duncan Robinson. And the other thing they need to do is they need to play more dynamic guys, right? The only guy that needs to be passing up 3-point shots is Davion Mitchell because he actually gets into the paint when he passes up a 3-point shot.
I thought he was really good today. And
he was excellent.
Yeah, I thought he gave
No
them life in that second half off the dribble. Lou, you're shaking your head.
No
I think-
complaints.
Yeah, no, I think the 2-man game with him and Bam, I think in that third quarter, that really took
Oh,
off.
that lobby through.
That lobby through. I just thought getting to the basket. Candace Parker was talking about it on the broadcast. Like
2 feet in the paint.
Yeah, he's getting in the paint. And I saw people in chat kind of being like he was a little bit too much bark today. I thought he, along with Bam,
Wait. Okay,
were
2
fearless.
people. Wait. 2 people back to back. Duncan needs to stop with the stupid fouls. Duncan kills momentum with his fouls, though. Duncan Robinson had 2 fouls.
and one of them was bullshit.
And he
2
was a
fouls.
neutral. He had the best plus
You
minus
think they
season.
lost by 21 points because of his 2 fucking fouls? You think that killed them? What fucking momentum are you talking about?
Yeah,
Like, what are you like? You guys, I've never seen a fucking ancillary player like Duncan Robinson nitpick this fucking much. Like, what the fuck? His fouls. Like what that dumb fucking foul when fucking Donovan should have got a technical for pushing him. Like, what are we talking about here?
And the foul on Ty
Duncan
Jerome.
Robinson's fouls? And you act like he has 5 fucking fouls tonight. Momentum. He is the only. He had the best plus minus
exposed
on the
fucking locker
entire
room.
fucking team tonight.
The only dude who killed the momentum was Spo when he took out Bam on a heater.
I think Bam was a little gassed at that, but like,
but dude, it's the fourth
Yeah.
quarter. It
no,
was like
I
it
agree.
was like 8 minutes left in the fourth. I'm like,
Duncan
buddy,
Robinson's fouls. That's what we're talking about tonight.
you,
Duncan
Bam,
Robinson.
The whole reason they
fouls?
had momentum was because of Duncan Robinson.
What are we doing?
Just
God
saying.
damn, man.
Dunk had a rough start to the game. I mean, those
He had
are
that-
numbers.
he had
Horrible
that-
first quarter.
Oh,
Horrible.
Yeah.
It was
But
rough.
I'm glad he got minutes after that because I saw that. I was like, oh, Spo's not.
What?
Spo's gonna put his ass in the
Is it-
gulag.
Isn't it crazy that he gets paid $20 million, and as soon as he fucked up twice, everybody was like, "Well, that's all. That's all
Dog,
the W we're getting today."
Dog, I saw Terry do criminal activity for 50 games, and it took that long to get pulled.
And get
Criminal activity got the highest power in this government to take notice of what that man was doing. But yeah, no, I thought Spo taking Bam out of the game then was absolutely fucking insane. He was in a rhythm.
He had
cooking
7
them.
points to start the fourth quarter, and then we took him out.
That shit was crazy. And he was doing it on Mobley, which, by the way, another depoy, my guy cooks. That's all I'm going to say.
Man.
And Bam really showed him,
This shit.
I'll show you what a fucking depoy does. Mobley had like 6 points. By the way, Jaren Jackson Jr., big old fuck you, bro. What you got, 2-2-2 today?
Oh, bro, I told people plenty of times. You tweet at me about Jaren Jackson Jr. again. That's another automatic block. Like I don't him and Sabonis.
Unserious.
Who gives a
Duncan
shit?
had more rebounds.
Like Bam, everybody always, the regular season. You know, this guy's so much better than Bam Adebayo. I don't know, Bam. Who gives a fuck?
Why is
Wait,
Eric
that
Green
accent?
saying? Why is
I
Eric
don't
Green
know.
saying
I don't know. That's what
Hey
I
there,
imagine the
princess.
fucking the fucking people on
That's what
Twitter
that's
to sound like. Dude, every time it matters, Bam shits on whoever he plays against. Except for Jokic.
Hold on, wait.
Well, shocker.
Jack goes, bro, I just came from the basement stream. They're straight haters. All they do is shit talk Hero the whole time. We're not getting much different here.
I'm not gonna lie.
No,
Tommy
at least
sucked
we got
dicks,
weird.
but
We're
on
defending
Ripped his
defense, at
ass.
least, don't tune into the first 10 minutes. But like this whole Bam shit, like Bam legitimately was the best big on the floor at all moments, except for maybe that one.
Bam was the second best player on the floor in the game. Period.
Did you not watch Ty Jerome?
I want to talk
I thought
about
Bam-
the hero slander. To wait
I like
after
that.
the only reason you're in this fucking game to bring back your hero slander
That's
is
why I'm
nasty
slandering
work.
him.
It's really fucking nasty work. That dude has been a fucking monster for 2 games straight as the only competent offensive player on the entire fucking floor. All right. Andrew Wiggins, my God. Like, we don't even talk about him because we forget he
Oh, I
plays a
have.
fucking game.
I was waiting for.
That dude had 28 and 8 the last game, and I don't remember a single
Alf,
fucking
you know
rebound.
he had
assist.
2 points.
I don't
the whole
remember an
second half.
assist.
I remember the fucking that one bullshit fucking turnaround shot he put up in the lane. Like, listen, I'm not gonna get. I thought Andrew Wiggins played a hell of a defensive game last game, but like to sit here and like bring up all your Tyler shit after he got you to the fucking playoffs, and now you're sitting here surrounding him with Alec Burks and other guys that are taking no attention off of him because you saw when they brought Duncan in that he fucking got a little bit of the whole team got a little bit of space. Like, and Duncan is like, imagine if they had anybody else who a defense would react to. Defenses are not reacting to Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins benefits off of defenses reacting to a good player. Like, he's not the guy that defenses react to. Nobody's reacting to anyone else on this team but Tyler Hero. And he still had a decent game. Defensively, no, right? But at the same time, you're pairing him with motherfuckers who can't play any defense. So so that's my whole thing. Like, these people who have been quiet for fucking a week, and all of a sudden they're back on the Tyler Hero bandwagon.
Wiggins, you know what's funny about today? Wiggins started off so nice in the first quarter. But
I didn't like it because it was all tough shot making. It was broken plays that he was hitting shots. Again, you need guys like that. But it was a lot of like bad one-on-one stuff. And I wish that they tried to get him like the way that Cleveland tried to find Hero. I wish that they tried to do that with Garland. And I think especially in moments when both Mobley and Allen were off the like when only one of those guys was on the floor, I think that's a super adequate time to be like, all right, Wiggins, mismatch hunt, find Garland,
He can't take advantage.
Bro, you're big. I think in the post.
I mean, listen.
I would have liked to see
what
it.
They say, Grande Gusto, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, big for nothing.
Pupusa.
Gusta, yeah. Gusto, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Garcon.
I mean, it's just really sad to see a guy that like heavily contributed to a team winning a championship just like look like nothing on the floor.
Because he was the like far
was the
down the line as
he
benefited from everybody. Like even
he's
Bam,
Alf, say it like it is. Steph Merchant. And that's all we need to say.
But like, yeah, you benefited from other people getting fucking clocked. Like, nobody's clocking anybody but Tyler Hero on this team. And that's why, like, I say, listen, I don't care what Duncan does, he has to play. Because nobody else is causing the defense to bend or switch or move or anything. Like, Alec Burks doesn't move off ball. Honestly, Pella would make these motherfuckers think a little bit more than Alec Burks does. He doesn't. Nobody's worried about Alec Burks.
I don't know, man. I'm just like
that's the name of the podcast. Nobody's worried about Alec Burks.
No one is worried about Alec.
It sounds like a children's book written by Beverly Cleary.
Who's Beverly Cleary?
I don't know. You got to be my age. You got to take your glasses off to read close up to know that shit.
Yeah. I guess to me, if I'm looking ahead to game 2, obviously we talked about kind of the lineup changes that we would make. I think schematically on offense, kind of some of the stuff that I talked about. I think that small lineup of Bam, Highsmith, Wiggins, Hero / Duncan, and Mitchell, that I think has some juice. I thought it was good. They went to the zone in the third quarter. I thought it looked pretty good. They got a couple Cavs turnovers. They stopped. Cavs called the timeout. They didn't go to it back after that. I think a little more zone wouldn't hurt. I understand the trepidation with as much shooting as Cleveland has, but I think especially as Alf said, they're going to need to play more Duncan Robinson. And if you're going to have Hero and Robinson on the floor at the same time, I think the zone's not a bad idea. I don't know how you guys feel, but you can do that small lineup and you can help those guys by having Bam, by having Davion, by having Wiggins, by having Highsmith, and you can kind of back them up with a little bit of zone, with some man, I think, as Luke kind of talked about, stronger hedges from those weaker guards. And I think you can survive some of those minutes and you can downsize a little bit. And you can see, Alf, to your point, they got to get more offensive juice. I think downsizing a little bit will help. I would like to see a little more Jovic as well. He can be a part of those units as well.
Gee, I think you're the only one who thinks downsizing is the answer.
Why? I thought that those were the best looking lineups today.
Well, I think part of the problem is that part of the smaller lineups puts Kyle Anderson in the rotation.
No. What I'm talking about is the lineup.
It's of Bam at the 5.
It's Bam at the 5 and Haywood at the 4 and Wiggins at the 3.
Wiggins. Yeah.
That front court.
I'd rather see Jovic. I'd rather see Jovic at the 4.
I'd rather see Jovic.
I agree with G.
Nope. Every run they made, the runs that they made were those lineups. Those lineups were not with everybody's like, no, G. And I was like, when Ware was in the game, they were getting clobbered.
I don't disagree with you, G. I think those lineups were the best today, but I think you do need to give Ware.
He needs to start.
You need to give Ware run with lineups that work with Ware. You know what I'm saying? Ware
had the best plus minus outside of Alec Burks of anybody.
Cat's saying the small lineup will be. What do you mean? I saw it tonight. That was the best thing that they had on the floor. Everybody's like, we need size. The size lineups were not very good.
You want to know the craziest stat? That he had 2 lineups that were positive, and they were both +3. Like it wasn't here.
And who was in those?
First one was Tyler, Wiggins, Highsmith, Burks, Ware for 42 seconds. So it was literally a 3-0 run.
Yes.
And the other one was more sustainable. It was 12-9, but it was Bam, Donovan, Davion, Tyler, Highsmith, and Duncan.
Yeah,
I think that's the stretch you were talking about.
Yeah. But they ran a few of those variations of that lineup with Bam and Highsmith and as the 5 and the 4. And chat's like, no. And I'm like, yes, those are the good lineups. Like, and I think that Ware is going to play better. And I think they can have more of an offensive series from Ware, which I think will matter. Cleveland's front court did not have a good game. And I thought Highsmith, everybody laughed at me on Twitter when I said they should run that small lineup, have Highsmith defend Mobley, have Bam on Allen so Bam can get more involved in the pick and roll defense. Everybody's like, Mobley's going to destroy Highsmith. That didn't happen.
No,
I didn't see
honestly,
that. I didn't see that. And
Mobley
I'd rather them play through Mobley than through any of the guards. Because
that's
like that lineup isn't small to me. Highsmith at the 4 is not small to you. Like Highsmith
No,
was
she's
fine.
apologizing.
Mobley had his
to
hands
you.
full with
She
Highsmith.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying it's like
she's like, okay, that lineup you're talking about isn't small.
okay. I'm like, I mean, it is, but
You know
it's
what I
not-
would like to see? I would like to see Hero, Davion, not to start, but Hero, Davion, Duncan, Bam, Ware, and see what that looks like. Or even if you take Ware out and put Jovic, or take Bam out and put Jovic, like I would like to see them have some shooting. I'd like to see but I need Davion out there with Tyler. Like it just has to happen. Like they just need to. You have to support Tyler in that backcourt defensively.
Alf,
'cause
I see what you
Tyler
mean.
has to be your worst defender
yes.
from the center down. Like, because whatever you want to classify, whereas like you need Ware to play anyways, but like 1 through 4, Tyler has to be by far the worst defender. Like he needs to have 3+ defenders with him at all times if we want to survive this series.
Yeah,
So that means
I don't think you can play Alec Burks another minute in the series.
you shouldn't.
I agree, and Alf, to your point at the top of the show, like we all know that they're not going to win this series, and the point of making the playoffs is to give your guys experience, run, and kind of create these learning moments. And obviously, you want to like do right by your fans. Why is Pell not playing? Like that's the part that's baffling, and I think Spo is too like I don't know win.
Wait, can I address this real quick? I can't see how Duncan plays with Hero ever. Frankie, am I wrong that some of the best lineups that he'd have had all year were Duncan and Hero in the backcourt?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think they were good
Anyway,
this year.
so but just keep talking.
I think in this series, Alf, it's kind of tough,
up
and
here.
it's like what you say, like they need the help defensively. But that's why I said like I think they should try to play together, but you run a zone to protect them, and I don't think you can play them for like I don't know like 8 minutes, but I think you can get away with playing them for like 5 minutes. And like
They don't need to start together, but they can play together. But then you like here, and one of my biggest problems.
They were +4 together this year.
Yeah, you can basically play the Duncan Tyler together or neither of them because if you have just one, you're getting outscored.
Oof, Duncan no Tyler's bad.
See?
But neither of them. It's a +3.5.
Hey, so platoon
Either
them,
both or none. Goddamn.
platoon the motherfuckers.
Platoon them.
But you know what?
Come in like
what
Triple
pisses
H
me-
and Shawn Michaels off the.
What pissed me off is that like Wiggins was supposed to be that guy that kind of covered up some of your mistakes, and I think he's played well one-on-one defensively, but he's not covering up anyone else's mistakes. Like honestly, I feel like Wiggins is just like a man to himself. Like he's
on
just
both
like,
sides.
yeah, like he's like he said, when you lose and those memes like y'all lost. I feel like that's Wiggins. Wiggins like I played my matchup. I did this. I did that. I did not help anybody else, and nobody helped me. We're good. Like I did my job. Like I don't know. I like Wiggins, but man, I want him off my fucking team.
I'm not a fan.
He's okay.
I agree with that.
He's solid. That's it.
I agree with that. I'd like to see Jovic next game, and I think like they, kind of to Alf's point earlier as well about like they need more dynamic playmakers and more like kind of vibrant offense. I think Jovic is a guy that gives you that as a ball handler, as a guy who can pass, and I think that I don't know how many assists did they have today. It didn't feel like a lot, which I think if they're going to be successful and if their offense is going to look good like it did against Atlanta, they need assists. So Miami had 23 assists and they had
9 of
14
them from
turnovers.
Davion.
Yeah, Davion had a really good game.
Davion is so good, guys.
I love that guy.
He's so incredible.
But we have
gotta-
to start fucking Alec Burks.
I got a question. I got a serious question. What's the likelihood that Nico actually plays next game? If you had to
0%.
say yes or no. All right, so G's a no, Frankie.
I would like to, but I don't think so.
5%.
5%, Alf.
I would put it at 80.
So you think he's playing next game?
And the
Okay.
reason I say that because Spo brought him in garbage time, and he didn't play Kyle Anderson the second half. That's
Ooh,
why.
that's actually a good point.
Like I said, the best thing he did today was play after those 6 minutes of Kyle. He was like, no more Kyle. I was like, finally, he learned. Because Kyle worked against
I
small
actually
teams,
think that
but
there are matchups that I think like against Boston he makes sense, or against New York he makes sense. I
I
don't
don't think he makes sense anywhere.
No, there's too many athletes on this other side. Like I was watching him like try to defend. I'm like, who's he defend? Who can he defend? Who can he defend on this Cavs team?
Did you see him try to ISO
Kenny
Mobley
Atkinson.
and airball the fucking runner? I was like,
Oh, like, what are you doing? You don't get your simp ass down on the fucking bench. Like,
Bo
what are you
took him
doing?
out right after that airball.
You
He said,
simple fuck. Like,
foul.
why are you trying to score on Mobley?
Get him
You're
off.
Kyle Anderson. But I will. So what I'll say is like, so if they decide to start Davion Mitchell and Spo decides because Davion started, he needs a ball handler off the bench. The only and you've already decided that Kyle Anderson can't play. Your only fucking choice is Davion, and not Davion. I'm sorry, Nikola Jokic. Like, I'm sorry.
How do you?
That's why I think I think Nico plays, and I think Davion starts.
He should, but
So-
I don't trust
My
him.
only question is, does Pella get some burn? And that's what I would like to see.
So
0% chance.
as we get out of here, by the way, DeAndre Hunter with a goose egg tonight, 0 points in 60 minutes. I think that's huge. That was a guy that I was a little bit afraid of because
Terrified.
because he has the kind of size to pick on Miami. I mean, thankfully, you know, he didn't hurt them very much today, but I could see him having maybe not a Ty Jerome game, but I can kind of see him in the future really hurting them. Lou or Frankie, what do you think the adjustment for Cleveland is to get Mobley more involved? 4-10, not good enough.
Why did you ask me that?
Alf, are you familiar with Evan Mobley's game like that?
I don't fucking care about it.
I knew you were gonna fucking do that too. Yeah, I think for sure, like the move for Cleveland, they're gonna look at today.
His
and-
hairline's trash. I'll tell you
It
that much.
is trash. He's really.
He's only like
yeah.
22.
Yeah, like fucking. I don't understand these young people. Go get a fucking tape.
Evan Mobley
Go.
constantly looks like he's stepping in shit. It's so funny. Like every time I see his face looks like a guy who just stepped in shit and just noticed.
Ooh, he
Very
heard
much.
the squish.
I think,
Yeah.
I mean, I think if obviously, like if you're Miami, I would try my hardest to get them to run through Evan Mobley as opposed to any of those guards, because I think you're automatically at an advantage if Cleveland is resorting to Evan Mobley mid post ISOs or whatever. Like I think you're doing a good job.
So you're
defensively.
saying start Hero on Mobley and just,
Oh, that's a terrible freeze.
What happened?
oh man.
Oh damn!
Oh,
They
I was
tried to
I was about to blow your image up.
They
Me
try to
too.
sign. No, but I think next game, if I'm Miami,
And
I'm
Golden State's winning right now.
it's
Just
fucking
kill me.
nasty. I just put it up over here. But I think I'm putting Bam on Jared Allen. And I'm making Ware guard Mobley. And if they want to run through that, like fuck it.
I
Fuck
agree.
it,
Lou,
please.
I think that's an important thing that you just said, because one of the ways that I think they can help their defense is just putting Bam in more pick and rolls. And I just-
100% agree.
Because I think I do think it's a little dangerous to have Ware guard Mobley, because I do think Mobley has ball skill to punish that. But I think you got to see how that works. And I don't know if that's
100%.
that might not be a game 2 thing. That could be a game 3, game 4 thing that they try. That seems to me like a late series adjustment. That's not early. They don't have to do that yet.
Hmm.
But I do think that by game 3, if we haven't seen that, it's gonna be something that they think of.
I think that should be a game 2 because you're on the road. You got to steal one on the road if you're trying to win this series. So I think you're like you don't have the talent to hold out any stops. Like you're gonna need to win a couple of these games with variance, but you also need some schematic adjustments. I like that adjustment. Try to bait them into that, because honestly, if I was Cleveland, I would just keep attacking the guards. Like if you I don't think Miami can stop their guards, and I wouldn't try to force feed, get the bigs involved. Like this might be a series where you guys got to the bigs got to eat off the offensive rebounds, off the, you know, make sure you set your screens, seals, duck ins, and hook shots, take advantage of mismatches. But as far as like hunting, like unless they have a mismatch, I wouldn't really try to force feed. Like you almost got 30 points from your 3 best guards. Like they shouldn't have to change much.
I agree. I want to talk about
Somebody says that Tyler gets cooked in the playoffs by other white guards. Tyler doesn't play in the playoffs, guys. Like he's anyway. Stop.
I want to talk about this. Poor Duncan, dude. Come on, fuck out of here, man. That was funny.
Listen. I don't even get like.
I don't think
Why
that's
was
a
he
tech.
not given a tech?
I don't think that's a tech. I think he fans asking for a tech is funny.
I think Duncan Robinson should have went full Karen right there.
Duncan Robinson should have flopped. I
He
just being
should have
honest
thrown
with you.
his ass back
Yeah.
like
Duncan
Marcus
Robinson
Smart.
should have grabbed his arm on the floor, screaming and wailing in pain. Like
You know what? No, I'm mad at Duncan for not tackling him. This should have been a double ejection. We win up. we win that.
You're right, Frankie.
you're
Why?
so right,
Why?
Frankie.
Oh
Duncan,
Duncan, take one for the team right here.
Donovan getting out is less impactful to them than Duncan is for getting out for us. Like we just saw what the.
Are you
fuck
sure about
happened.
that?
I don't know about that.
I think they
even-
were they're non-Donovan
Duncan
Mitchell.
should've
dude.
yelled.
Chat's
no
wild.
DEI.
Chat's wild for that one. Chat's wild for that one, dude.
Listen, man, Dunk ain't afraid of the smoke. He never has been. The whole Jaylen Brown thing.
They were
that
plus.
shit.
They were better without Donovan Mitchell than they were with him. Duncan, thank you for not getting ejected right there. That would have been
Yeah, Donovan was only a +10.
only a plus 10. In the 15
Listen,
minutes
man,
without him, they were plus
Guys,
11.
here's the thing. At the end of the day, Spo lost the game with Alec Burks in the starting lineup. That means he's going to change, right? We saw Jovic get in there. That means Spo's ready to play Jovic a little bit. I'm telling you, listen, y'all can clip this. What is it? 56-12. Put it on the timeline. Heat take game 2.
Ooh.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Lou, you think they bounce back game 2?
I thought they were winning today, if I'm being honest.
Damn, that's crazy.
Why?
That's crazy.
You're wild, Lou.
That's
I don't know.
crazy. That's
I don't know.
crazy. Okay,
Listen.
so you think they're
I
winning?
thought they were winning today, and then I saw Alec Burks was in the starting lineup, and I automatically was like, "Well, Cleveland takes game 1."
Listen, Alec Burks
If I'm
is the reason
being
they
honest.
lost the game. But I will say, I legit think that they win this next game. And there's a lot. Like I'm looking around the NBA, and I'm looking at a lot of these top seeds, like had to come back from double digits to win. Like I'm telling you, you can't feel good about shit. Like if you're the New York Knicks, don't feel good that you need like a 21-0 run to beat
Bro,
the Detroit
Knick fans
Pistons
celebrating that. I was
on
like,
the street.
these
Bro,
Knick fans on the street saying Knicks in 4. I was like, motherfucker, strap the fuck in.
have
You
some
are-
self-respect,
It's
first
the
of all.
first round against the 16, and you escape with your fucking lives.
Yeah,
barely.
have some respect. You saw Detroit look fucking like deer in the headlights. So those teams, like there's these teams that just play really fucking tough. Detroit, Miami, like there's a lot of these lower
Orlando?
seeds that had you down double digits. Like be fucking afraid when they make adjustments. I think Miami makes some adjustments. I think they win game 2. I don't think they're gonna win this series, but I do think they'll make a series of it. I think they're gonna go 6 games. And
I think Tyler's
that's
gonna have a game. I think Tyler's gonna have a game. I think Bam. I actually have a lot of expectations for Bam to keep up this level of play and to elevate it a little more. Because I thought in the first half, Bam wasn't too involved offensively. I think a lot of this stuff came in the second half. I would like to see a Bam wire to wire kind of involved in your offense more. And Lou, I kind of think him being on a guy like Jared Allen is going to kind of influence his defensive scope more. And I hope that they run more through him because I thought they did. One of the things I don't like about playing Ware and Bam together is Bam's in the corner a lot of the times. And when they're running pick and roll, I was like, I know that they don't love Ware shooting, and I know Bam's been a much better shooter as of late, but I would like them put Ware in the corner and let Bam run the pick and roll, right? And I know that they don't want Jared Allen to come help or whatever, but I just want a little bit more Bam. I want a little bit more playmaking out of him, and I think that if one way, as Tifa said in our chat, they need to move the ball, one of the ways they can move the ball, Bam is one of their best passers. Get that guy involved. Get that guy at the elbow. Get him in the short roll. You figure it out. You get him to do it.
I just like Bam to be a little bit more aggressive, like getting to the cup. And like
I didn't think that was an issue today, though. I thought it was really.
I mean, he hit shots, but I thought like he's kind of bailing them out when he's getting the switch and he's taking a fade away.
I mean, he led the team
on
in
the
field
baseline.
goals by a lot.
No, I'm not saying he played bad. I'm just
Like
saying
this is
like,
no, dude. 22 shots is like we've been begging for this. So yeah,
I think to Frankie's point, it's a shot.
No, Frankie, I get what you're saying though. Like I think
Do
want
you? Because you're just saying the points. Like,
yeah, like
he 24 points on 22 shots, below 50%, 6 free throw attempts. Like, that's not making the defenses are going to live with that.
yeah, like go to the rack and get fouled.
Yeah.
But
Like-
I will say, like Tyler tried that all night, and they didn't call a fucking foul. Like I do think that changes. I think Tyler gets in line. I just hope he doesn't get dissuaded by what happened tonight. Tyler was getting to the rim, getting fouled, and they weren't calling it. I'm not going to blame this shit on the refs, right? But like the whistle that Jerome got, if Tyler got that shit, it might have been a whole different night. Like Tyler just was not getting those fucking calls tonight, and it was kind of wild.
But it's also he's got to stop. He can't go for that floater. He's got to get all
No. We're talking about straight up layups.
Right. But I'm saying like Tyler's got to get downhill all the way to the cup because they, as a team, they shot five shots at the rim.
Can we talk about the fact that Breen had been calling layups bank shots in the games that he calls? Like that's
Mike Breen was a little too happy in that New York game.
Honestly, I don't know. There's something about someone like a white guy calling a layup a bank shot feels racist. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like
you know what was crazy today?
It's like you're yearning for the peach basket and the 50s. Like
you know what else was in the 50s?
Yeah, segregation. You're yearning for Jim Crow. Time. You're yearning for the time, like two-handed dribbles, and like a layup was a bank shot. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't like it. I don't know. It didn't make you feel uncomfortable. And this day and age with DEI and everything else going on.
I thought you were going to say Alec Burks' prime years were in the 50s.
Yeah.
I just don't like that he's a Knicks fan. You know who does yearn for the 50s? Jonathan Zaslow.
Oh, why did you do this?
Well, I thought you were going to say Crotty. I know black.
Straight up, the funniest comment I think in the history of Miami Heat. I couldn't breathe. That shit was so funny. Well, Schmeethen's had some good ones. That one was amazing. Okay, so everybody, Frankie, do you think that they win game 2?
No. I give them a better shot than they did today. I thought they played like ass today.
I thought they played fine. You thought they played like ass?
I thought they played like ass. I thought the offensive process was poor. The game plan defensively was poor. Like they were surviving, but it felt like Cleveland also didn't need to give them their best effort.
No, because they tried the cute shit that they pulled off against Chicago and Atlanta.
Yeah, like it felt like Cleveland was like league's more talent, and all the Heat like attention to details weren't there. Where was bleh? Tyler defensively was bleh. Didn't give him anything enough offensively to offset it. Like he has to
Frankie,
play way better. Bam was whatever offensively.
What they can't do is play cute and then try to play from behind. They don't have the weapons. They don't have the facilities for that big man. Like they just can't do it. Like they don't have what it takes to play from behind against a really, really good team. Like enough. Like you have to listen.
Real quick, Alf, do you think at any point Cleveland was legitimately scared of losing the game?
No.
That's where I think that he played really poor. They didn't put any real fear in them, in my opinion.
I think like when they got it down to 5, like you might have got a little lemon booty, but like you just got to understand.
It was just they just turned up. They were like, all right.
I'll say this: I thought Cleveland was locked the fuck in from tip, and I thought that they took the Heat very seriously. Like it didn't look like how Boston came in and they're like, it's Orlando. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like I thought Cleveland came into the game. I thought
they took them seriously, but I thought there was times in the game when they looked around and said, "This team can't come back." From
they can't. They can't hang with us.
Come back from 12.
It felt like Denver versus us, if that makes sense. When we were,
they can't. They can't. I think they looked at us and said they can't sustain a run. So, but what I want from Spo to understand is every minute of each game, if you really want to win, has to be completely intentional.
Yep.
Super intentional. Like you can't buy you can't buy some time in the fourth quarter when Bam's on a heater. Like you can't buy some time with fucking Kyle Anderson. You can't pussyfoot around and pretend that Alec Burks is a starting player in the 2025 NBA playoffs, right? Like he has to be intentional about everything he does in this series because you're playing a team that's far better than you. No time for cute shit. Right? The rotation needs to be 9 guys, and that shit needs to be locked in. Everybody, like Tyler and Bam need to be playing 40+ minutes.
Right. If you're gonna buy like Bam some rest, get it at the end of the first quarter, at the end of the third quarter,
And
so
in
he
the
gets the
first and
commercial
the
break.
third.
Yeah, that's it. And then go.
Davion needs to be playing 40 minutes too.
Yeah.
Those three guys should be.
Davion
leading your
didn't
team in
hit
minutes.
35 today.
That's crazy.
And that's a joke. That's
I mean, he
clown
got
shit.
34, and they took him out. So I mean, but still.
But still, he should
be
be 40
Still,
plus.
yeah, I agree. One thing I wanted to mention today, because just where like the wear minutes, like I really do think that's going to be a key adjustment if they put Bam on Jared Allen, because one of the things Bam does that Ware didn't do is box out. Jared Allen had 4 offensive rebounds in the first half, and it felt like all of them were on Khalil Ware. So I do think that there are some adjustments that the Heat can make to actually pull off maybe 1, maybe 2, probably not 3, but shit, like they can make these games close. And yeah, because to Franky's point, I do get where they're coming from. Like, I don't think the offense was bad today, but I just think I think Cleveland felt comfortable the whole game. And I think part of it was like whenever the Heat were making a run, they're like, we can fucking score whenever we want to. Like,
I would tell you the only time, and listen, I know I'm a Duncan stan. The only time I ever thought they didn't feel comfortable was the end of the second and the end of the third when Duncan Robinson was in there. That's the only time I thought Cleveland was panicking a little bit. Like,
the time we had them scrambling.
Yeah, they were sending 2 guys at Duncan.
100%.
They were
having to rotate on the backside. Like, it was they were legitimately like terrified of Duncan getting a 3 off.
Yeah.
I look at the box score, and like the thing that jumps out on me, Cleveland got 8 more shots. They can't win like that.
Absolutely.
They can't win like that. The 31 3-point attempts, not good enough. 14 turnovers wasn't good enough. Like, they need to
be at 45 30-point attempts.
Yeah, if you're gonna get
today was a slow game,
turnovers, it needs to be like 30 assists. It needs to be way higher. They only got 23 assists. They didn't do enough. They weren't active enough offensively as well. Like, it was just like for pace. It's not even about pace for them. It's more about urgency. I feel like they got into their actions way too slow, and like you're not gonna get. Like, Cleveland doesn't have a lot of pressure.
Some of Cleveland's defense. I thought Cleveland's defense kind of made it difficult for them because
they stretched out the offense for sure.
Yeah,
I think, but that's also the Heat's nature, though. Like,
100%.
Yes, Franky, you're right. Franky, there were too many times they just accepted the fact that we're getting pressured, and let me dribble back to the half court.
And that's where Nico helps. I'm just saying.
I think that's a guy that should see as. I don't think they win game 2. I don't think they win a game this series. They might win one of the home ones.
Yeah, you thought they would have beat the Bulls.
I didn't think they beat the Bulls. So who am I to know? But I'm excited to see the adjustments. I do think that.
And you also thought like Atlanta was going to be light work, and that was like the toughest game.
I thought for sure.
Keep predicting. What else do you think?
I predict that the economy will not crash.
Oh, well, there you go.
You're already late there.
You thought Kamala was going to win in a landslide.
I did, actually. I did.
Gee, just shut up from now on.
Yeah,
please.
I know. I really just got to stop.
He also said the Cubans were going to show up big for Biden.
That's the best show the show has ever heard.
Real quick,
I gave you the out.
I'm gonna give chat the schedule for the week because we have a lot coming up.
What? We're gonna do post game shows after playoff games.
You're welcome, after playoff games. Tomorrow there's a pod. Either tomorrow or Tuesday we have a very special guest for the podcast. So really excited. Somebody that I think you're gonna want to hear from. 2 people that I think you're really gonna want to hear from. So stay tuned for that on
Why don't
Wednesday.
you just tell them so they
one of them's not G.
Well, they haven't agreed to it yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to agree to it.
Oh God!
We're in the process of scheduling.
More predictions.
We're in the process of when
you are batting 1,000. G.
When one of those people stop tweeting about WrestleMania, I'll have an answer.
Oh, Nikias Duncan's going to be on the show. Why don't you say Nikias is coming on?
He might come. I don't want to put him on the spot. He is trying to get. I'm working on a Siobhan Nikias Duncan show to break down game 1. I want to do a film analysis like we used to do for the playoffs. Game 3, post game. Game 4, it's going to be Tiffany. It's going to be myself, and it's going to be Bob Schmidt of Cleveland Radio, who's fantastic. I've been on his show a bunch. So we got a lot coming for you this week. A full slate. Listen, I've potted for like 11 straight days. Okay, let's keep it going. Love you guys.
Just
Thank
do
you so
say
much.
Cleveland radio. Like everyone's gonna fucking get excited.
I love Bob Schmidt. Check out Bob Schmidt's work.
That's
Bob
not a
Schmidt-
real person.
Bob
I love-
Schmidt. Bob Schmidt is.
Never
Bob
mind. The
Schmidt
name
is
of the
a-
fucking show should be "I Love Bob Schmidt."
I do love Bob Schmidt. Bob Schmidt, friend of the show. What can I say? See you guys. See you guys.
Cheers to Bob.
If Nikai stops tweeting about WrestleMania.